Alright, ladies and gentlemen, today we've got an interesting motion to discuss, and today's motion is this House prefer the strategy of pushing for institutional reform to address police abuse and misconduct rather than defunding the police. So first, I would like to rebuttal the first speaker of the government team. So the first speaker of the government team want to reformation to change the process and the mechanism of the recruitment of the police institutional. Government team want to uh, want the process of the recruitment would be more diverse. So they not only filled by white people, but there also another community, ra- another community racial such as Latino, Asian, and others. But the question is, aren't these just only a new type cases for the discrimination itself, ladies and gentlemen? Because of why? Because when this mechanism applied, there is will be dividing slots for every racial communities. So just example, if the maximum slot number of police in one office or in one academy is 100 slot, and 100 slot is a maximum slot, then there will be 25 slots for the white race. There will be 25 slots for the Latino race. There will be 25 slots for the black skin race. There will be 25 slots for the Asian race. And the question is, isn't this will be only bring to a new way of discrimination? Because in the end of the day, the measurement of the recruitment isn't measured by the skills, isn't measured by the talent of the new freshman, but it measured by where the freshman community are from, where the racial are you from, and if there are and let's say if there are 50 people from the black race or from other race that are suited and capable enough to be a member of police force, in the end of the day, these capable people will not join the police force because the slot system itself have only 25 slots for every for each uh, community racial, ladies and gentlemen, and it will just bring to another new type of discrimination. If we want to make a good recruitment, we have to the measurement we have to be considered is either their talents or either their skills, not from the race background, not from the racial background, ladies and gentlemen, because it is just a new way of discrimination, and the chain of the hatred will not stop there. And secondly, the government team want to put body cameras to the police officer. But will this become effective, ladies and gentlemen? Of course not, because in reality, this kind of strategy have been implemented in Obama era. And when this being implemented, the body cameras are regularly shut off by the police and do not result in less violent behavior, while it just increasing surveillance of those being policed. And if we talk from the financial aspect, why the government should spend millions of dollars to this kind of useless strategy, ladies and gentlemen? And also, the third mechanism is that has been offered by the government team is to make a new independent council. And the duty is to investigate the police force. But I 100% believe that this only bring more harm than good because there will be complicated law system, ladies and gentlemen. As example, if a police want to investigate a criminal case, the first police could not handle that case properly in a short period of time because the police first, of course, the police should report first to the new council, and then the police should waiting for the response, and the output is it's just a wasting time. It's just a wasting time step to be done. The worst scenario is what happens if there is an urgent case that have to be solved very fast, but the police just can't do it very fast because there are steps to be done first, such as deportment and also uh, waiting for response and music and etc. and etc. And also from the financial aspects, it just also wasting much more money because government should pay the others worker from this independent council, ladies and gentlemen. Why government should spend a lot of money that have been collected from their citizen taxes to pay this kind of not worth it movement, ladies and gentlemen. It's just only wasting much of money and it will hurt the citizen itself. So welcome to my argument. So if we want to make safer public society, first we have to solve the roots of the problem itself. If the problems are criminality action, then we have to know why this criminal action can be happen, and we have to solve the roots of it. And the best way mechanism to solve it properly is by defunding the police. The defunding mechanism in here motion is that they allocate the funds from the police department to the other departments such as social department that do social services, to the youth department that do youth services, education department, etc. etc. So the mechanism is just like this. So let's say if there is an president election like what have been said by the first speaker of the government team. So the first thing that should do by the government, the first thing that should do by the government is first they have to socialize to their citizens with this fine that have been relocated from the police department to do socialize to the citizens of what the importance of the democracy to give education from their bureaucracy perspective, etc., etc. So the citizens will not, will not uh, getting chaotic in the execution day because the government has been uh, give the socialization to the civilians with this reallocate funds from the police department, ladies and gentlemen. And of course, it's very benefit because it's not only effect for a short period time, but also it will give a long-term period. And also, what happens if in others criminality, what to be done with this defunding system? So first, if the increase of the criminality are getting increased, just example increasing in racism aspects, let's say. So the first thing should government do is to also to reallocate this financial system to reallocate these funds to the others to do uh, to socialize their citizens. So the citizens will not have racist activity, ladies and gentlemen.